Hello friends, now the next topic in applications of operational amplifier, that is in waveform generators, is pulse stretcher circuit or monostable multivibrator. We call this as monostable multivibrator because it has only one stable state of the output and another state is astable. Astable means it will be again coming back to the stable state, so it will continuously remain in astable state. It will continuously remain in stable state, but it can go to a stable state temporarily if a signal called triggering signal is given to the circuit. So we will see the operation one by one. So here, this is the circuit we have. We have positive feedback here through this combination of resistances, that is R1 and R2. We have negative feedback through this resistance and capacitor C. We have a diode connected across capacitor in the circuit, and this is the circuit which is nothing but differentiator. This is differentiator circuit, right? And this signal is called triggering signal. The input to this is what? Triggering signal, which is given at input of differentiator circuit, which is connected at where? Which is connected at non-inverting terminal of op-amp. Since it has got both positive as well as negative feedback, so output of the op-amp is either plus Vset or minus Vset, only two values. Positive feedback basically increases overall gain of the circuit, so because of which we have saturated output at either at plus Vset or at minus Vset. Fine. Now, assumption that initially the output of this is plus beta Vset. Say initially the output of the circuit is plus Vset. Assumption, why? Because we may be assuming the output at plus Vset due to some input offset voltage of op-amp. It can be minus Vset, it can be plus Vset, but initially we assume that it is plus Vset. So when output of the op-amp is initially plus Vset, let us see the operation. So when output is plus Vset, your diode will be forward biased. When diode is forward biased, the capacitor is short circuited, right? Capacitor is short circuited, so this will be at zero potential and your output will remain plus Vset. Fine. So when initially output of this circuit is plus Vset, it will remain plus Vset until there is change in voltage here. How it will remain plus Vset? Because when output is plus Vset, this is the voltage at node B, this is node A, so voltage at node E initially. So case 1, when V0 is plus Vset, the voltage at node B is nothing but R1, this is R2, this is R1. So R1 by R1 plus R2 into plus Vset, that is output voltage. So output is plus beta into your voltage at node B is nothing but V reference. So reference voltage at node B is nothing but plus beta into Vset. So voltage at node B is plus beta into Vset. Diode is forward bias, so voltage at node B will be same as ground potential or voltage across diode, right? That is voltage across forward bias diode. So I select R1 and R2 such that voltage at node B is more than this Vd. So if it is more than Vd, your output remains plus Vset, right? So voltage at node B is kept more than forward biasing voltage of the diode, right? Normally it is higher and output remains at constant value. So initially when output is plus Vset, voltage across capacitor remains 0 continuously, right? It remains 0 continuously. Fine. When output is what? Plus Vset, right? Now at certain point of time, maybe at any instant, say t dash, at any point of time, I give some positive pulse here. When I give pulse here, what will happen? This is a differentiator circuit. So that differentiates this circuit, and that differentiates in the manner, this is the pulse given at input, so it differentiates it like this. The differentiated output of this circuit will be like this. You can see the differentiator circuit. When input is a pulse, you will get two spikes, positive and negative. I repeat, when you give a pulse input to a differentiator circuit, the output of the circuit is two spikes, one at positive edge, another at negative edge. So output of this differentiator circuit is when input to the circuit is a pulse, output is this, and we have diode, so only negative pulse will be going at this point. So negative pulse will reduce the voltage across this below the diode voltage. That's interesting. Please understand. The moment I give positive pulse here, this circuit results in negative spike here, which reduces the voltage below the diode voltage, or which reduces the voltage at node B below the voltage at node A, and output becomes minus Vset. So what I mean to say is, now I will draw the pulse here instead of drawing that spike. That was just to make you understand. I give a pulse here. So at this falling edge of the pulse here, at this edge, I have output changing from plus Vset to minus Vset. So when I give a pulse at the input, at falling edge of that pulse, my output changes from plus Vset to minus Vset. This is output voltage, right? The moment output becomes minus Vset, diode is reverse biased. And then at the moment diode is reverse biased, from this point onward, your capacitor starts charging in negative direction, right? So I'll say in case 2, when my output voltage is minus Vset, at which instant onward? From this instant onward, right? When output is minus Vset, reference voltage becomes minus beta into Vset. And what is beta? This is beta, right? So when voltage here is minus beta into Vset, the diode here, because of negative voltage at output, from this instant onward, output voltage is negative, and capacitor starts, this behaves like open circuit. Capacitor starts charging with right plate negative, left plate positive, because of negative voltage at the output. So capacitor starts charging in negative direction. And at certain point of time, what will happen? At certain point of time, voltage across capacitor is this, diode is open, so it becomes minus beta into Vset. Voltage across capacitor becomes equal to this, and it tries to become more negative than this one moment. So till this voltage is more negative than this, output remains minus Vset. When voltage at node A becomes more negative than this, output becomes plus Vset, and that is in this instant. So at this instant, your output voltage changes from minus Vset to plus Vset, and the moment output voltage changes from minus Vset to plus Vset, capacitor is forward bias immediately. I repeat, the moment output voltage becomes plus Vset to minus Vset to plus Vset, diode is forward bias instantaneously. The moment diode is forward bias, capacitor is discharged and it becomes 0, or ideally practically it becomes equal to voltage across capacitor becomes equal to voltage across diode, and that is small voltage, so we will say it is almost 0, right? So what has happened? Initially my output was plus Vset. It remains plus Vset continuously because voltage at this node was plus beta into Vset, and voltage here was, when it was plus Vset, diode was forward bias, voltage across capacitor was almost 0, so this voltage was more than this, output was continuously plus Vset. This is what I said initially. At certain point of time, I give triggering pulse here. The moment I give triggering pulse at negative edge, falling edge, I will say, at falling edge of the triggering pulse, your voltage at node B becomes negative. The moment it becomes negative, your output changes from plus Vset to minus Vset. or we can say at falling edge, voltage at node B becomes voltage across diode, and your output changes from plus Vset to minus Vset. The moment it becomes plus minus Vset, your diode gets reverse biased. Diode gets open circuited and capacitor starts charging. Because of the negative voltage output, capacitor starts charging through resistance with right plate negative, left plate positive. So capacitor starts charging, right? At certain point of now, voltage at node B becomes what? Minus beta into Vset. Why? Because now it is negative. So voltage at node B is minus beta into Vset when output is negative. So capacitor starts charging with right plate negative, left plate positive, like this. So at certain point of time, voltage across capacitor becomes more negative than this, try to become more negative than voltage at node B, which is this. And the moment voltage across A becomes more negative than this, output becomes positive instantaneously. And the moment output becomes positive, diode gets forward biased and capacitor is suddenly discharged, and capacitor is suddenly discharged. And the moment capacitor is suddenly discharged, voltage at this node becomes more than this, and output remains plus Vset continuously till next triggering pulse is given. And triggering pulse is your choice. So now see the output carefully. My output remains in this negative Vset state only for a period, say capital T. Otherwise, it remains in plus Vset. So initially it was in plus Vset. The moment I give triggering, it goes to minus Vset, but automatically it changes from minus Vset to plus Vset. So this plus Vset is a stable state and minus Vset is a astable state. So now I can say this width was small. I can give any width, very small width, but this width is fixed, that is T, and we will see what is that width. So I am able to stretch a pulse to this much level, because of it we call this as the pulse generator or pulse stretcher, in fact pulse stretcher circuit, or we call this circuit as monostable multivibrator, because only one state is stable, that is plus Vset, and another state, that is minus Vset at output, is astable, right? So we call this circuit as astable. We will derive the expression of this. I will start with this. You can see from this instant onward, let us write the expression of voltage across capacitor, that is Vc infinity minus Vc infinity minus Vc0 minus e raised to power minus t by Rc. What is this Rc? R and C is this, right? This is the expression of voltage across a capacitor in RC circuit, where Vc infinity is voltage across capacitor at t equal to infinity. What is the meaning? At t equal to infinity means if I keep this capacitor charging continuously, this is voltage at t equal to 0. I assume this to be instant to be t equal to 0. So I will assume this to be 0, this to be, this is the reference time I will be taking here, not this, right? And if I keep the capacitor charging continuously, what is the maximum level it will be charging? That is output voltage, which is minus Vset. So it will be charging to a level of minus Vset. So here that is minus Vset. That's what I'm trying to say. Vc infinity for this case is minus Vset, right? For this you can refer my video on response of first order RC circuit. So you can just search on YouTube, right? Now, what is Vc 0 minus? That is initial voltage, that is 0 here. Or initial voltage is voltage across diode. I will be assuming that is 0. Otherwise, you could have taken maybe Vd, right? Voltage across diode. Mathematically, you can take Vd. That's your choice, right? So I can take Vd, but Vd can be neglected in comparison to plus Vset. So I will be taking this just like 0 here itself, right? So now I can write expression of Vct equal to minus Vset minus of minus Vset minus 0. I have taken Vd to be approximately 0, e raised to power minus t by Rc. So this gives Vct equal to minus Vset plus Vset e raised to power minus t by RC, right? This is the expression of your voltage across capacitor for t greater than 0, but t is equal to 0 is the reference time when capacitor starts charging, right? That is the reference time. It's not this time, right? So now I have to find the expression of this capital T, that is width of the pulse, and that is one numerical which can appear in different exams, maybe your competitive exams, engineering services mains, maybe GATE, or maybe in civil services mains exam. Fine. Now this is the expression. So I need to find the expression of capital T. That's what I'm trying to say. So at T equal to capital T, what is voltage across capacitor? At T equal to capital T, voltage across capacitor is minus beta into Vset. So this gives minus beta Vset. So what I put this value here. So minus beta into Vset is equal to what? Vset plus minus Vset plus Vset, right, into e raised to power, replace t by capital T minus t by RC, or this gives what? That is 1 plus 1 minus beta is equal to e raised to power minus t by RC, or that gives t equal to RC ln 1 by 1 minus beta. That is the expression of this pulse. This is very important from examination point of view. There can be numerical in different exams, maybe in engineering services or civil services, or maybe in university exams, or it can be question in GATE as well, right? For those students who are from different countries, I'm talking about exams in India, competitive exams in India, and for them these are basically university exams. Fine. So now this is the expression of the pulse width, or you can say width of the pulse, right? So at here if you take what is beta? First of all, what is beta? Beta is nothing but R1 by R1 plus R2. So if R1 is equal to R2, if you take both of these to be equal, what will be beta in that case? Beta will be simply 1 by 2, and T will be equal to RC ln 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2, or that is equal to how much? That is RC ln 2. This log of 2 is nothing but 0.69 RC. So time period of this pulse, width of this pulse can be 0.69 if both resistances this and this is same, right? So that gives you the complete expression of width of the pulse. So where do we use? The pulse basically is used, this circuit is used for pulse stretching. And what is the pulse stretching? That is known as pulse width modulation. Pulse stretching is what? Pulse width modulation. So it is used in pulse width modulator circuits, or maybe in pulse stretcher circuits, and that finishes your monostable multivibrator.